What's poppin', Carolina Panther fans and all you Pantherologists out there? Welcome to Pantherology. It's your boy Claymation back at it again with another video. And we are going to get into, in this video, why I think the signing of Matt Rhule was the right thing to do for the Carolina Panthers. Alright, but before we get into the topic, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to click that like button. I need you to click that subscribe button. And at the end of the video, please comment down below. Alright? Alright, so the Panthers went down to the collegiate level to find their next head coach. And, of course, our next head coach is Matt Rhule. So, the owner, David Tepper, and the general manager, Marty Herney, their plan was to find a guy that could develop players, and at a high rate, I might add. And they are also looking for a guy who's a family man and someone who's used to a winning culture and is familiar with turning programs around. Matt Rhule fit the description perfectly. All right. Now, I get it. The collegiate level is nowhere near the professional level. All right. At the time, Matt Rhule was at Temple. At this time, we're talking about. Now, Temple's not an Alabama. It's not a Clemson. It's not Ohio State. It's not one of those top 5 schools. They're D1. They're Division 1, but they're just not like a big name school. Like, you're drafting them. How often do you see them getting drafted from Temple? And I'm not taking anything away from Temple. Temple's a great school. But, granted, Matt took this team to a bowl game in his second season. And I think that's awesome. And then, after that, he went back-to-back 10-win seasons. Like, that's impressive in itself for a school, Temple. I don't even know if Temple's had 10-win seasons. But to do it as fast as he did it was mind-blowing to me. But there's more. I know we're not satisfied yet, but there's more. At the end of the 2016 season, Rhule received an offer from Baylor University. Now, at the time, Baylor was going through an NCAA investigation with a sexual assault scandal. I believe Baylor knew what they were looking for. They were looking for what Matt Rhule, describes. Someone who is strong, disciplined, a great character, and accountability. They needed someone that they could believe and have faith in to run the program and with the potential issues. That was something that Baylor's former head coach, Art Briles, could never do. And he failed to do it miserably. And so Rhule was that guy. Not only did Rhule change the team's performance, but he changed the culture and the reputation. He brought the program basically back from the dead, is what I would like to say. 6 feet under. Got the team to a bowl game, of course, in his second year as head coach. And he just did that at Temple. And then by his third year, Rhule had them in the Big 12 championship and then had a chance for the college football playoff. So was he the first name that came up to the Carolina Panthers fans when we fired Ron Rivera? Absolutely not. But I believe he was the perfect man for the job. I really do believe Matt Rhule's the perfect man for the job. Because he's coming into a situation where several veterans have left or are potentially are leaving an organization and with a rebuild on the horizon. And he knows that. He knew that coming into this situation. And Rhule has been there. He's done that, And it's like this is nothing new to him at all. And if anything, it should actually make the transition over to the Carolina Panthers rather smooth for the new head coach. And my question to all of you, how long do you think it will take Matt Rhule to get everything turned back around? 1 season? 2 seasons? 3 seasons? Can he do it in 2 years like he did Temple and Baylor? Can he? Those are some good questions. And I say it's possible. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to panic. I'm Carolina ride or die. I know that the NFL is a whole different monster when it comes to rebuilding teams than it is like in college. Not only are you dealing with guys that have contracts, it's not like scholarships. These are contracts. These are big money contracts. And you're not handling 18 to 22 years olds all the time. Maturity level is different. We cannot put a timeline on Matt Rhule. We cannot just say, we're going to give him 2 years, that's it. We're going to give him 3 years, that's it. Don't put a timeline on it. Because if you do, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And that's what the NFL does to us. That's what football does to us. Our teams drive us crazy. But much of this will have to do where the direction of the front office wants to go. A complete rebuild will take longer than a semi-rebuild, but if they choose to try and win now, that also changes a lot of things. And it changes the personnel that will be on the roster and how much money they're willing to pay. And I know we are all concerned whether or not Rhule can get the job done. We should all be calm in knowing that he's a culture builder. And he's been winning everywhere he has been. And I think a new beginning is exactly what the Panthers needed. And I think it's what we needed to be successful in the long term. Must have patience in the short term. And I think Matt Rhule is the right guy to lead the Panthers. So what I have to say to you Panther fans is, and all you Pantherologists, keep pounding and have patience.